Church family, have another devotional for you today. And today I'm going to be reading from Proverbs chapter 4. And I love the book of Proverbs. I had the great privilege of preaching through this book last year at my home church of Bellefield. And it was one of the most challenging books to preach through, and also one of the most rewarding books that I've ever preached through. And I say it was challenging to preach through the book of Proverbs because not that the content was difficult or hard to understand, but the organization of the book makes it very difficult to preach through. But just the sheer godly wisdom that is contained in the book of Proverbs is just tremendous, and it was such a blessing to my soul. And I would encourage you, if you've never taken the time to maybe do a study through the book of Proverbs, I would highly encourage that you do that. And one of the things that you find in the book of Proverbs is that Proverbs is written, the first 9 chapters are written in the form of almost a metaphor of a father speaking to his son, a father who is pleading with his son to follow the Lord, to take his counsel, take his wisdom, to do what is pleasing in the Lord's sight. And I think I enjoyed preaching through Proverbs so much, being a father now myself, because I can just relate with this father's desire for his son to follow the Lord. And I just want to read from chapter 4, verse 10. He says, "Listen, my son, accept my words, and you will live many years. I'm teaching you the way of wisdom. I'm guiding you on straight paths. When you walk, your steps will not be hindered. When you run, you will not stumble. Hold on to instruction. Don't let go. Guard it, for it is your life. Keep off the path of the wicked. Don't proceed on the way of evil ones. Avoid it. Don't travel on it. Turn away from it and pass it by, for they can't sleep unless they've done what is evil. They have robbed of sleep unless they make someone stumble. They eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. The path of the righteous is like the light of dawn, shining brighter and brighter until midday. But the way of the wicked is like the darkest gloom. They don't know what makes them stumble." You know, when I was younger, I can remember when some of my friends would be going out and doing certain things, and I would ask my dad if I could go with them, and there were times when my dad would say no. He wouldn't let me go run around with certain people, maybe because if he didn't know their parents, or he didn't know what we would be doing or where we would be. And I can remember as a younger teenager being so frustrated, thinking, well, why can't I run around and do those things? And now, as I look back on it, I'm so thankful that I had a father who loved me enough and cared for me enough that he wouldn't let me do certain things that I look back on now and I realize would have gotten me in a lot of trouble, would have caused me a lot of harm. And this is really the plea that we see in Proverbs 4 from this father as he pleads with his son. Metaphorically speaking, he's pleading with this son and really pleading to us as believers. Don't take the path of the wicked. Don't take the path of instant gratification. It's tempting. It always will be. Sin will always be tempting. Sin will always provide the temptation of instant satisfaction, instant gratification as the easy way out, instant pleasure. And it may provide those things temporarily, but choosing sin, choosing to walk away from the Lord, choosing to disobey his command and his guidance for our life always ends in destruction. And that's what Solomon says here. He says, the way of the wicked is like the darkest gloom. They don't know what makes them stumble. You know, this world offers many different things. And this world offers us many different things that they claim will satisfy us, will bring us joy, will bring us lasting peace and hope. But really all of it's a lie. Because the only thing that is going to bring you lasting peace, lasting joy, real satisfaction is a relationship with Jesus Christ. That is the only way that we will truly know real joy, real hope, real satisfaction. And so I encourage you to take the time, if you haven't, to read through the book of Proverbs, even just as a daily study. It's a tremendous book that I know will bless your walk with the Lord.